Hey, Angie Page here. Just wanted to talk today a little bit about running in the winter. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I can tell you 3 things that I absolutely love about running in the winter, and that is there's not as many people to smile and wave to, you're not melting into the sidewalk, and you can breathe as heavy as you want and nobody's around to hear you. Not very many people think that they would be able to run in the winter, but if you're prepared with the right gear and the right mindset, then it's a perfect time to get out there and get rid of that cabin fever that everybody gets in January. The thing that I think is most important to invest in when it comes to winter running would be some Gore-Tex shoes. They are 100% waterproof and they keep your feet fabulously and wonderfully warm and dry the whole time you're out there in the snow and slush and in the winter months. They make Gore-Tex shoes that aren't for trails, but I would recommend getting the trail version because when it comes to running in the snow or on icy sidewalks, it really does help to have the trail sole on the bottom of the shoe. It helps with the traction. After you find a good pair of shoes, what's important next is figuring out your layering. When it comes to what you want to wear in winter, it's not like a one size fits all, especially not here in Michigan. We have crazy temperature swings, so I'll break it down into 4 different temperature zones for you. It's not going to be the same for everyone, what you're comfortable with, but this is something that you'll get your own mojo flow for there too and figure out what is comfortable for you. But I'll break it down to what I would wear to give you an idea. When it's between 40 and 50 degrees, I would wear a pair of full-length leggings and a long-sleeve t-shirt, both made of the sweat-wicking material to keep me nice and dry and comfortable. Between 30 and 40 degrees, I would wear the same thing for a base layer, but then add a vest to it and put on some gloves probably, and then something light over my ears. I wouldn't wear a winter hat because that keeps too much of the heat in. I use a all-purpose buff. You can use it as a headband. You can use it around your neck. I just pull it back over my head and put it on my ears, and so then when I get hot I can just push it back and I start sweating. I just push it back onto my hair and it's not making me overheat. Anything under 30 is where it starts to get a little more bulky. It's not terrible, but just a little bit more annoying than wearing just leggings and a t-shirt. So when it gets under 30, I put another pair of sweatpants or joggers over top of my leggings to keep the heat in there. And then I either add a sweatshirt with my vest, or when it's real cold, I put on just a coat with my long sleeve shirt. My coat is really thick and really warm, so I don't put on a sweatshirt with it because if I do that, it's too much and I get too hot. Under 20, I'm definitely wearing a winter hat, then gloves and a face mask. I tried to wear my buff as a face mask the other day and it just froze from the moisture from my mouth when I was breathing, so I would recommend actually getting a face protector mask. It really does help, and it has little vent holes so you're not like sucking the material into your face. When it gets under 15, I put on some snowboarding goggles because it make your eyeballs feel like they're gonna freeze if you don't. If you decide that you are going to run in the winter, you're probably committing to a lot of running in the dark, unless you are unemployed or have no children, but that's totally fine. There are lots of safe ways to be able to run in the dark. Check out my last video if you want to know some tips to running in the dark and staying safe. And last but certainly not least, when you get back from your runs, you want to make sure that you are staying hydrated and you are doing a full set of stretches. In the winter, it's so much easier to think you're not thirsty because you're not as hot as you would be in the summer, but it's still just as important to make sure that you're getting your water after your run and get all the stretches in so your muscles are nice and stretched and ready for your next run. Winter is a huge time for people to start falling into depression and just start feeling lousy about themselves. Spring comes and everybody wants to work on their beach body and get ready to be looking good in a bathing suit, but the best way to do that is to keep up your exercising all winter long. It's going to help boost your mood, and your body and your mind still need that movement, and your soul needs the time outside. If you're more into walking than running, the same rules apply. Just get outside and move. I I hope everyone has an awesome day, and don't be afraid to get out and try something new.